안녕하세요, 지피지지입니다. 오래간만에 들어왔죠? 저번에 방송하려다가 갑자기 마이크가 안 돼가지고 설정을 좀 한참 만졌어요. 지금은 잘 되는 것 같아요. 마이크가 아니라 그때 마우스랑 다른 게 입력이 갑자기 안 돼가지고 게임은 할 수 있는데 이게 USB가 갑자기 나갈 것 같아요. 그래서 마이크도 안 되고 마우스도 안 되고 키보드도 안 되고 그랬습니다. 자, 그러면 게임을 좀 하다가 자려고요. 플레이를 좀 하다가 자야지. 요새 너무 방송도 안 하고 그래서 플레이를 해보려고요. 뭐 부르지? 사슬가리. 또 너무 오래간만에 해가지고 뭐라고 해야 되지? 좀 조금 덜 익숙하다.
It's a dead machine. It must be a bristleback. It must be chain scrape. Jaruf said I could get my bow upgraded in there. I'd be able to tinker with my other gear too.
Outlander approaching. That's a savior. Wanna come in,
인디가
savior?
맞아요.
Welcome to Chainscrape, savior.
Open up, guys. Jaruf's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the forge. Petra? Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
난
Nice to see you.
1편에서 얘가 기억나지
Not
않는데
a moment too soon. Come on.
아마 서브퀘스트 하면은 나오는 애인가 보죠.
Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place. Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage. Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chain scrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland? You've heard of him. Yeah.
But he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flame Hair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra,
너무 바빠.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Supposed to work with a hammer in this state.
뭐해? 자원이 부족하다는데. 아, 이거 그냥 기본을 한번 강화하는 건가 보네. 아이고. 아, 여기 있잖아.
Till Elvin blows that whistle, no one's working it.
자, 일단은 아, 말 걸자.
Boredom. Nothing interesting. Don't mind me.
뭐야?
About something else.
어디로 가야 하는 거야? 얘한테 말 거는 거 아니었나?
I want another couple. We are on the same side here, Oliver. The
야, 무덕불 어딨어, 씨. 아, 여기 있었어? 모닥불을 여기다 놓으면 어떡해. 천 다 타버리잖아.
Special case.
저쪽으로 가면은 자동으로 이벤트가 있나? 아, 얘한테?
What do you want, Ulvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Excuse me.
What auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself, Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior.
미모를?
Ulvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osseram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osseram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osseram laborers of this land who do all the backbreaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. Then just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is gonna get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
딱 봐도 기회주의자 같은 느낌이죠.
Better see
그리고
what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet.
위험한 길은 건너지 않는 사람이고. 이쪽으로 나갈 수 있겠지? 야, 못 나간다고? 올라갈 수도 없고. 아, 나갈 수 있게 해줘. 그래야지. 뭐야 이거.
Is that a tripwire? Where are you off to?
Make it worth your while if you kill these scroungers.
It's always something.
Hold tight. I'll see what I can do.
Try luring them into the tripwires. Why kill it like that? What do you think the tripwires are for?
그럼. 내가 싸우고 싶은 대로 싸운다. 알겠어?
That's the last one.
Hello, Red. What a day, what a day. Thank the Forge you showed up. Tripwire's handy, but machine hunting's a youngin's game. Come on over. Let me give thanks proper like. I see you're a practiced hunter. Took you less time to kill those scroungers than vanguards to kill one bristleback.
So the vanguards came through here?
Yeah, just a bit ago. Down that bristleback, headed south. Then those scroungers showed up to carve the carcass, as they do. Then another bristleback ran through. I'm telling you, it's crazy around here.
So the vanguard went south.
Probably. This whole valley is swarming with them. The vanguard seemed dead set on getting rid of them.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. If you're gonna go chasing across the Daunt, you're gonna want a tripcaster. Not just any tripcaster. One of my make. Free
오,
of charge.
공짜. 공짜 좋아.
Workmanship looks solid enough.
Yep. Been tweaking the design since I left Chain Scrape. More room to tinker out here and less chance of, well, accidents.
Did something happen in Chain Scrape?
Well, like someone.
Let me guess. Ulvund.
Back when I had a place in town, he took a real interest in my wares. Kept pressing for the Ulvund discount. I said no. He didn't like that so much. I can't prove it, but that Jeff Bucket set my workshop on fire. Felt it best to put some distance between us after that.
Cable car operator told me the bristlebacks just appeared yesterday. Do you know anything about them?
How is old Karn? Back in the day, me and him got into all sorts of trouble. There was this one time that...
Anything about the bristlebacks?
No. Karn said true. He just showed up and ran amok. Lucky for me, I've got you and the Vanguard swooping in time to save my backside.
오케이.
I should get going. Thanks for the tripcaster.
While you're blasting bristlebacks, I think I'll head down to the hunting grounds. Did you know they have a tripcaster trial? Come by later if you want to try it out.
Maybe. After I get things under control. So Aaron headed south. I should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus.
모닥불 모닥불. 뭐야 이거. 여기서 뭐하라고. 이거 뭐라고?
There's tracks headed up the hill. Aaron's? My focus can help me follow them.
오, 잘 잡았네. 이쪽으로 가라고?
Check what my focus sees, maybe.
아, 이걸 계속 보면서 가야 돼? 귀찮게 시리. 계속 보면서 가야 되나 보네. 아, 귀찮아. 이거 보면서 가라고? 아, 나 귀찮은데?
Let's see where this leads.
현작 강조를 눌렀어야 되는구나. 현작 강조를 안 눌렀으면 안 되는구만. 무슨 소리지?
Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
잘 싸우는구만. 얘는 1편에서도 나왔지.
Another one down. Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols. Just the hammer. Just the fight.
Aloy?
Aloy?
Errand!
여자에게 한눈 팔다가 다쳤어. 응?
Explosive backs have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
뭐야, 씨. 이렇게 그냥 후려치는 게 제일 빠르지.
Aloy.
이것은 제 겁니다.
You know, you might have to meet me
아,
halfway.
잡아줄게. 아이고. 잡아주려고 왔는데.
Caught me at my best, as usual.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
This? Who needs ribs, huh? Oh. I'm good. I'm good.
해를 찌르지 않았으면 좋겠구만.
Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the Don just to watch me get wrecked. So what's the story?
I need the embassy to happen, so I can head west.
레옹.
Errand, what I did at the Spire, what we did, it didn't end the threat. It just slowed it down. There's still more to do.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part. That's not so great. But hey, whatever you're up against, your spear, my hammer, just like old times.
Errand, I need the embassy now. I can't wait for you to heal.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually, even if you weren't hurt, what I have to do, it's better if I do it alone.
맨날 혼자인데.
Alone. That figures.
Errand! I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm pretty banged up here.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming. This just keeps getting better. Huh. Listen, I'll go to Barren Light, get patched up. If you want this embassy to happen, we're gonna need this sun priest, Studious Wadis.
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Wadis to Barren Light. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's sort of like a goodbye.
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry? Ugh. Yeah, that'd be a first.
Where is this coming from?
갑자기
Just,
사라지니까 그렇지.
forget it, yeah. Ugh, it's nothing.
It sounds like something.
All right, fine. Now, after the battle at the Spire, you took off, you left without so much as a handshake. I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your side, Aloy. You just disappear? What kind of person does that?
Errand, I left when I did, how I did, for a reason. A good one.
Oh, thanks for sharing.
Listen to me. Life on Earth is in danger, and only I can save it.
What are you talking about?
Exactly what I just said. Everything living is going to die unless I
에일로이 어깨에 너무 무거운
fix
사명이
every piece
걸쳐져
of
있다고.
technology created by the old ones. And time's running out.
Well, I guess that's a reason, all right. I'm an idiot.
Errand! By the forge.
I guess that's my cue.
Maybe I should go with you to Barren Light.
No, hey, you're needed elsewhere, obviously. We'll make it without you.
갑시다.
That doesn't sound good.
You'll have to handle that one on your own. We'll only slow you down.
어디로? 먹을 수 있는 거 아니야? 아니구나. 어우. 아유 뭐야. 못 올라가 이것도? 아니 산이나 이런 거 잘 사면서 왜 이건 못 올라가 또?
There's the quarry Thairless mentioned.
화살 입장이시다. 아 뭐야.
One less machine.
아이템부터 챙겨야지 무조건. 남들이 못 챙기기 전에. 남들이 챙기기 전에 내가 먼저 아이템을 챙긴다.
Those acid spitters brought friends. Ha ha! Look at that thing drop!
Another one down.
하나 더 있어? 오케이, 잘 피했고요. 뭐야, 이걸 맞아? 이겨.
One less machine. Incoming.
다 먹어야지, 내가. 왜 이렇게 많아?
Another one down.
또 먹어. 야, 너 자꾸 그럴 거야?
Look at that thing!
내가
There. Corey's safe.
Stranger, come on over here. We gotta talk.
템을 회수해야 된다고, 템을.
Over here, girl. I want to thank. I don't know what Honora's doing out here, but consider yourself owed. We tried to hold off and wait for the Vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged fracas.
Is everyone okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work, but Chain Scrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking up the pieces.
You need the whistle to get back to work?
Me and my crew were just little cogs out here. Can't lift a hammer till Olvin blows that thing. Cause if we work without his say-so, he'll ban us. And my people have been through enough.
Elvin holds that much power?
He's got the money and connections to snuff our fires for good. Almost feels like we stood a better chance with the bristlebacks.
올분드가 그렇게 권한이 많아?
We're supposed to be working Olvin's claim, digging out stone to show our barren light. But the work stoppage and the bristlebacks cut us short. Never seen those blasted things in the dawn before. Where in Forge Fire did they come from?
I'm not sure. At least not yet.
가자.
I need to get going. Stay safe.
Thanks to you, that might actually be possible today.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks.
흑인 억양이 되게 뚜렷한
I'll go give Olvin the good news.
말이었어.
Buddies too. Then maybe this embassy can finally happen.
또 낙굴. 자, 무조건 닭구리부터.
Clever one. Don't let it charge at you. Where I can help. You gotta hit its people.
Let's do it.
내놔, 큰 내놔. 이런 거 그냥 지나가면은 주워주면 좋겠어. 너무 귀찮단 말이야.
Time to get Olvin to blow the whistle, then Bloodies to Barrelite.
노래가 왜 이래? 여기는 지붕이 다 뚫려서 모기가 들어오기 아주 좋게 생겼네.
Still here, I see.
호라이즌
If chain scrape is on Karja land, shouldn't a Karja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osram folk, of course. You think a Karja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then. People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
호루라기를 불어.
I cleared out all the bristlebacks.
Oh, you did?
Now that you've recovered from your shock, time to blow the whistle.
Oh, there, not so fast. I'll have to send someone out to confirm the kills.
빨리.
Make sure the valley is safe again.
시간
Shouldn't
없어.
take more than a day or two.
No. You blow the whistle now.
These are innocent Osram lives we're talking about here. Surely the delay...
Either you do it now, or I will.
Ah, I knew you could do it! Friends, gather round. The savior of Meridian has done it again.
What?
The bristlebacks are defeated. You.
What?
Sound the whistle. Chainscrape is open for business.
Terrific. Yay.
And Ulvund has agreed to personally pay every worker their lost wages.
Yeah!
That's more like it.
Yeah!
Woo!
Ha
Yeah! Yeah!
Don't you have an embassy to get to?
Yeah, I guess I do. Well, the Chainscrape's back to work. Merchants should be open to trade. I should see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis off to Barren Light. Better see what that Karja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern. The way to Barren Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errant vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When
says...
I've cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay?
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Barren Light, Wadis. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
아유 무거워 보인다. 바퀴를 오래 쓰기 위해서 저렇게 철을 덧대야 되죠.
Well, now that that's done,
철도 다르면은
we can finally
다시
get
또
underway.
덧대야 되고.
If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence. Hades.
가자, 회담하러.
Maybe even a Gaia backup. Guess I could head straight for Barren Light. Or poke around the Daunt some more first. And maybe take Petra up on that drink.
타저 탑승 지점이라고?
I can override one of these chargers.
그래?
I have to go in quiet, so I don't spook the herd.
너로 정했다.
If I find the right cauldron, I've learned how to override this machine.
뭐야? 하고서는 이거 못해? 모닥불, 모닥불. 빠른 이동. 아, 비켜.
Barren light. I must borrow the Sundom before the Forbidden West. And the Karja Horn. Since the embassy's blocked, I should find whoever's in charge here. First, I could resupply at my stash. Might be worth taking a look around, too. There's Errand. Looks like he's had a few.
You're in a sec.
Gentlemen,
That's our cue.
taking the edge off.
Oh, if the end of the world's coming, I don't be sober for it. Now let me guess. You're in a rush, right? So whatever you need, ask away.
서쪽으로 가고 싶어.
How have things been since I...
Your silent departure? Yeah, not bad. Vanguard's going strong. Helped Avad pick up the pieces after the battle with the Eclipse. I took a month to bury Ursa in the claim. But when I got back, I got the assignment to babysit Wadis on his way to the embassy. I thought that'd be a cakewalk, so of course things went sideways.
You got blindsided. Wasn't your fault.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
I was, wondering if you were able to lay Ursa to rest, like you wanted.
Yeah, we did. Just seemed the crowd that showed up to pay their respects. Half of them owed her a favor, and the other half owed her their lives. In the end, everybody drank. You know, it's the rowdiest funeral since ever.
Feels like she would have liked that.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. She would have put them all under the table.
얘네 누나죠. 1편에서 태양왕이 좋아했던 상대고. 근데 아마 죽은 걸로 기억하고 있어요.
Oh, yeah, not much. Only that Avad really wants it to happen. He said I'm making peace with these Tanakh. But from what I hear, they're not too big on the whole diplomacy thing. They do most of their talking with blades and arrows. So if you're heading their way, be prepared. Things might get ugly real fast.
I'll keep that in mind. What do you know about this place?
Well, nothing good. It's where the Karja dragged all the captives they took from the Forbidden West during the Red Raids. Lucky ones became slave labor. The rest were hauled off to the Sun Ring and Meridian.
Your sacrifice.
You got it. Tanakh made sure to wreck the place before they chased the Karja out of the West. I can't say I blame them. And now Avad's paying the Osram to rebuild it. And no matter how much new stone they put up, it'll still be stained in blood.
I better get going.
Right, I'll have to do complicated Aloy things. Maybe just don't disappear completely this time.
완전히 사라지지 말라.
I guess what I'm really trying to say is, if you ever do need me,
I know where to find you. Hopefully sober next time.
don't count on it. Be careful out there, Aloy.
네.
Lighten up, Paiv. You've got a thick wall.
Are you in charge around here?
Ah, apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, his second in command. So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Ah, yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. Now we're open.
얘 목소리는 진짜
What's the Tanakh have left?
뭔가 매력적으로 되게 울리네. 굉장히 울림이 있는 목소리예요.
So what happens at these embassies, exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offer tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, the Tanakh return personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
발음이 굉장히 정확한데도 목소리가 뭔가 되게 울림이 있고 매력적이야.
Ah, so you've heard. The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
You said something about Tanakh marshals. Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of their leader. And by negotiate, I mean stare down our Sun Priest until they concede. Paiv over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day, sir.
It was indeed.
노자는 어디 있지?
Where is this Commander Nozar then? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
We'll see about that.
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvin was thrilled.
여기 아니야? 이쪽이겠지. 이쪽 아니야?
Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
비켜.
How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
Who?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it,
Forbidden
run
West.
back to Meridian. File a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
이제 나는 가야겠어.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
버리고 내가 따라왔다. 바를. 감히 에일로이 나를 버리고 도망쳐. 반한다.
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the devil and the queen herself! The gate ain't sealed until that horn blows!
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
I know the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Oh, that's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, nose off! You stupid bastard! You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the Savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let it through, boys. Saving the world.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
결국엔
So this tribe
따라왔어.
that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
There's no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least...
내가 왔다.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is known.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called Savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav. Once of the Karja High Command, last of the Army of the Setting Sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tenakth, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
얘가 태양왕이 아마 동생인가 그럴 거예요.
How did you come to be among the Tenakth?
It's quite a story.
뭔가 귀여한 느낌이지.
Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
말해줘. Tell me.
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tenakth into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate, and was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hikaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did something desperate?
I'd kept my ears open as the Tenakth dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hikaro's feet, I demanded this right, called the Kurut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tenakth howled, but Hikaro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kurut. Little did I know what I was in for.
루트가 뭐야?
You said the Kurut is a Tenakth's trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't.
왠지 에일로이도
at least not directly. Instead,
에일로이도 플루트를 치를 것 같은데.
arena and only the strongest survive.
1편에서도 한 것 같은데.
Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hopes for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
You wound up serving the Tenakth chief.
The winners of the Kurut must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hikaro's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tenakth still spat on the ground when I walked by. But they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tenakth. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Karja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tenakth for hating them.
넌 어느 부족이야?
So then, are you still Karja?
Part of me, yes. Always. Yet there is much to admire about the Tenakth. Especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hikaru and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Karja.
Hikaru?
The Karja talk about Hikaru as if he's a monster.
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him. So, that's my story. You're the first Easterner to hear it, but not the last. The Karja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tanakh is a lot different than how they do. Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind.
Peace.
As someone who knows the Tanakh and the Karja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tanakh don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hikaru knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
오케이, 통행권
You
내놔
asked
이제.
why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tanakh lands. A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hikaru knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice.
만나보고 싶군.
You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner.
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tanakh can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No. The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
The Karja have opened the gates.
As the
얘는
sun
비단
rises
장갑이네.
over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tanakh!
Regala. Chief Hikaro's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaro has betrayed us! The embassy is proof! And all of you marshals are his accomplices! For this, I condemn you to death!
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
뭐야? 저걸 어떻게 길들인 거야?
Lancers! Form up!
They're riding machines.
나도 탈 수 있어.
Silence.
포커스.
Vashav, come with us now, or not at all.
Archers! Light them up!
Get to cover!
왜 팔이 날라오는데 멍하니 보고 있어? 은폐 해야지.
Archers! Keep them back!
에일로이가 나설 차례로군.
Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
오, 햅틱 진동 좋아.
They're not gonna make it.
야, 성에서도 빨리 병력을 빼야 되지 않겠니?
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates!
아, 죽었어.
Kaja! Stand your ground!
도와줘 빨리. 뭐 하는 거야?
I don't have a shot!
저기 좀 쏴야지. 사령관님 어떡해? 오, 잘 싸운다. 아, 뭐야? 에일로이! 에일로이 뭐해?
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair! Lancers! Take the center!
에일로이,
Get ready!
네가 나서서 싸웠어야지 멍청하게. 갤러리.
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge! Here they come! Time to fight.
It's down here, not up there.
일단 내가 공수부터 다 처리할게. 뭐야? 담배야.
We've got another one more.
나약한 놈들. 안돼. 싸워. 야, 힘 엄청 세다.
They got one of the marshals.
싸워. 로데오 아니 로데오? 일어나! 야, 너가 미리 이렇게 싸웠으면은 피해가 적었을 거 아니야. 나 혼자 다 잡는구만 지금. 덤벼.
Enough! You, Outlanders! I'll skin you both!
덤벼.
Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge. Granted.
덤벼. 뭐야? 발을 왜 이렇게 약해?
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan.
인생은 강공격이지.
Now's my chance. Still in this fight.
아무것도 안 보이는데? 뭐야 이거? 뭔가 되게 이상한 포즈로 죽었는데?
Your turn. Come down here and face me. No. It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Comrades,
Move back.
mark this day. Today you have decimated the marshals, slaughtered the Karja. So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out.
못지않게 내가 너희들도 많이 죽인 것 같은데? 이제 빠를도 다쳤어. 에일로이는 재앙을 몰고 다니지. 빠를.
Make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
죽었어. 어떻게 화평 맺어야 되는데.
I got you.
결국에는 또 혼자서 돌아다니게 되겠군. 쓸쓸하게 혼자서. 돌아간다. 상자는 가지고 가겠지?
It's salvage time, boys.
야, 내 거야. 내가 다 수확했어야 됐는데, 야. 아, 이건 안 뺏겼네. 방패?
Don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
이렇게 불안정한 걸 써도 돼?
Aloy.
Yes.
We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tanakh have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Voidis, Vashav. A massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tanakh territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tanakh's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tanakh territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north. With all those machines they were riding, they must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Asuram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain.
올라가려고.
It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
물어보지 못하. 오늘은 여기까지 물어보고 한번 봐야겠다.
You said the Tanakh lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here?
세계관을 이해하려면 이런 걸
Well,
좀
as I
다
mentioned, you've
봐야지.
got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then new Utaru farmlands. Past that are the Tanakh. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
가본 적이
I've only
없으니까.
heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh territory, but the united clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like
사일런스 아니야?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Oseram delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Oseram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tanakh further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tanakh. More taken to farming than fighting.
그러면 우타루랑 테나스는 왜 안 싸우면서 살아?
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own.
나름대로 사나워?
When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
우타루랑은 말이 안
So
통하는구만.
peaceful. Why decline?
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Asuram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regala and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
뭐 같은 와.
Fashav called Regala a rival. Someone that Tanakh chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tanakh weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
아샤브
About Fashav.
죽었지.
The man was taken captive by the Tanakh. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tanakh.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King,
동생이 아니라
official
사촌이구나.
rights, and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
뭐 죽으면 다 끝이지.
It's too bad about Nazar and Wadis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tanakh.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
가야지.
I need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return. And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
이제야 서부로 가는군요. 아 이거 다 이제 뒤져볼 수 있구나. 다 내 거야. 다 내 거야.
So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spire should lead to silence and Hades. And just maybe, a backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regalla's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would. The woman who led the ambush, Regalla, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge.
Silence.
But what's his angle?
사일런스 또 너냐? 나쁜 놈. 다시 돌아가면 문 열어줘? 열어주는 분. 야, 이거는 못 주워? 야, 이거. 아까 전에 그 녀석들이 이걸 다 회수했구만. 나쁜 놈들. 내꺼. 마르리랑 다 어디 갔지? 인사하고 가려고 했는데? 몰라? 아닌가? 있겠지? 이 돌을 이용해서 다리를 열 수 있습니다. 다리 그렇게 높지도 않네? 나 같았으면 여기서 아래로 폭 뛰어내려서 여기서 싸우겠다. 여기서. 그리고 쟤네들 문도 안 열어주고 되게 나빴어. 문을 열어줘야지. 응? 안 그래요? 문을 열어줬어야지. 도망치는 애들을 위해서. 당장 병력도 막 다 빼야지. 바로 앞에서 아군이 습격당하고 있는데 활도 못 쏘고. 쓰레기들 아니야, 쓰레기들. 총력을 다해서 구출해야 될 거 아니야. 문 빨리 열고. 쟤들이 무슨 엄청난 단위의 병력도 아니었고. 병력이 많았으면 또 몰라. 다 회수한 거 같은데? 야우! 야우, 거기. 야, 여기 있던 상자는 들고 갔네? 응? 상자는 들고 갔어요. 다 캐고 가야지. 야, 보관함에도 많은데? 다 안 캐고 가도 되겠다. 자, 오늘 그러면은 모닥불까지. 오케이, 그러면은 오늘은 여기까지 할게요. 여기까지 하고 다음주 평일날 와서 이어서 하지 않을까 싶습니다. 왜냐면은 내일은 아마 내일 낮에 올 수도 있어요. 근데 내일 낮에 올까? 그것까지는 잘 모르겠네. 내일 와가지고 좀 하고, 그리고 월요일은 멍멍이 반려견을 보살펴줘야 돼요. 반려견이 이제 슬개골 탈구가 계속 일어나서 그거 수술을 해주러 가야 됩니다. 월요일날은 반려견 수술 해주고 아마 화요일이나 수요일까지는 애 봐주고 그때 와서 이어서 플레이를 할 것 같아요. 오케이, 그럼 오늘은 여기까지 하고요. 다음 시간에 또 봐요. 빠이요. 내일은 시험 보는데 시험 한 번에 잘 붙었으면 좋겠다. 아, 잘 붙었으면 좋겠어요. 붙을 수 있겠지? 그러면은 지금까지 지피지지였습니다. 다음 시간에 봐요.